What I have to review today is a 1992 Funrise Metro City slash City Force fire truck. Um, Now this, I made a video on this back in 2020 on my old channel, and the video sucked. It just, not just the quality of the video, but just overall, it just wasn't the best video. Um, but this is some update, I still have this, so yeah. Also, I was able to get the battery compartment that I added in this. I took it out. It's the 4AA one, hot glue and stuff. This went to Jemmy Travis, the trout, but as you can see, it's broken because I had to rip pieces of it off to get the, battery compartment itself. But yeah, I got it out of this. So, onto this. Now, the story on how I got this thing was in March of 2020. So at this time I was in 8th grade, and this was when COVID was going around. So this is shortly after I turned 15 years old, when I got this, March 2020. So yeah, I got this at that time, and I got it from the thrift store. The one that I got that Rotopers tractor at, which is still in the process of being repaired, by the way. But anyway, yeah, I got this from that same thrift store, and I got it with if you guys remember the Freedom Force fighter jet I used to have, no longer have that, and the Muscle Boss Ford F100 truck, those both I got with this on that same day. So now those two items are gone, but I still have this. So, yeah. And Fernando, if you're watching this, you'll really like this a lot. Just this year, I actually hot glued this down. Yeah, I know that looks really bad, but this was loose. If you remember on my old video, this was broken off. Like it wasn't attached. There's the inside of there. Still dusty. Side of it. There's no stickers right here, so that's kind of weird. It's got this and that Metro Fire Department 36. It actually has a sticker right here. This is Metro. It's coming off there, unfortunately. Metro City Fire Department. But it doesn't have the sticker on the other side, which I kind of wish it did, because that's where the buttons are. And at one point, a couple years ago, I took this light or this light, one of these two incandescent bulbs I took out to put in something, only for me to not use the thing that I was going to put it in. So I put the I put the incandescent bulb back in this. So, yeah. Here's the bottom of it. I swapped out the speaker. Its original speaker was real scratchy, so I replaced it with a speaker from if you guys remember my Bop It Extreme 2. Yeah, I don't have that anymore. My first one I destroyed. The second one, which is the video you guys saw on my old channel, if you've seen it, yeah, I just use that for parts. And the speaker from that Bop It, on my old channel, I used in my Road Rippers tow truck. So, yeah. Anyway, the speaker and the other Bop It I put in here, so it sounds much clearer. Here's the battery compartment cover. This little tab piece, it's supposed to be a tab right where the screw is at. Well, it was already broken like this when I got it, so I just put the screw there and these screws on there. This is made in China, obviously. Funrise Inc., 1992. I know there's like 3 different versions of this that say Tonka on them. There's like, I should say, there's 3 different Tonka variants that have like different paint jobs or different stickers or whatever, which is pretty interesting. This light bar, which is kind of crooked. It's been like that ever since I got it. You can still see the incandescent bulbs in there. Maybe if my phone will focus. There we go. Maybe. maybe. Oh, well, you got to see part of it. And if you remember, on the old video, I had put incandescent bulbs here. Now, these are not supposed to have headlights. There's not supposed to be lights here. But they literally put these transparent lenses here. So I connected them to, I think, these two. So yeah. Hoses. I just took this apart, actually, because these occasionally will like to not light up. So, and it's a loose connection. But literally, they're hot glued and the wires are secure. And this light didn't want to light up. I got this one to work. I just had to jiggle the wires a little bit, because I don't ever use this thing. It just sits up there with that. So I don't ever use these. I just think they look really cool, for display and whatnot. And they're vintage. They're old. They're pretty cool. But so anyway, yeah. I fixed that. Well, I just jiggled the wire on the one, and then this one, the wire where I had hot glued it, where I had stripped the wire and then wrapped the wire to this incandescent, it wasn't making contact. But then when I would squeeze it, where the hot glue was, where the wire was tied with the other wire to these lights, then that light started to light up. So I just pulled that wire off of where I had it stripped to the other wire where I had it wrapped around, and I just made a new spot for it and connected it, and it works good. So I don't know what the heck was going on with that. But yeah, I still have this. And yes, it's missing the ladder extension piece. It's like that when I got it. I mean, obviously, if it wasn't like that when I got it, then I'd still have it, It would be here, but it's not. There's this thing, which is a hose, which is the same design as this one. And that was made in 2008. And this was supposedly this one's made in 1992. There's a rumor of this, there's a rumor that one of the Tonka versions of this came out in 2002. I know there's one from 2008, and that's the one that Vehicle Master 3000 has, which is extremely rare. It's probably in the same set as this. This one's not extremely rare, but it's more on the uncommon / rare side. Still not a common Tonka item, but a really cool one to have. Uses the older style plastic, even though it's from 2008, but they use the same mold as the truck, so that's why the plastic's like that. Because they don't want to use crappy plastic on a remake. They want to make it like the original, so they use the same kind of plastic. Pretty cool. Okay. Some gauges. Yeah. So, I'll just show you what it does. You probably already know, but, I'll just do it down here. This button has two functions. It's basically like this button, which is weird. What the? It skips for some reason. It likes to do that now. It didn't do it before. And the last button, which is the best, because of what happens at the end. Or towards the end of the activation, I should say.
Engine 36. Rolling.
Well, that was really loud. Yeah. Also, when this thing has little batteries in it, after it says engine 36 and it goes, like when it starts the siren, when it does this, when it does that, on the activation for this button, it actually sounds like a ghost. So that's pretty funny. I know I said that on the old, my old review of this, but again, this is an update. You know, a better quality video, more in-depth description. Oh yeah, and I also paid like $5 for this too. So yeah, but worth it. It was well worth $5. I paid $10 for this. $10. But again, this was worth $10 too, because it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, and there's also a piece that goes in the battery compartment to this. It's this. So you can put double A's in here and then try to, you know, shove it in the battery compartment. That's a pain. Whoever designed this is not, you know, real bright in the head, because why would you do that? It's literally a pain, honestly, to put this in the battery compartment. I mean, it takes C batteries. This is meant for double A's. But why would you want to put double A's in there when you can just fit 2 C batteries in there? Like, literally. That's a waste of time. And I really don't see a point. So yeah, I still have this. And then I got this guy. This guy's from a Tonka motorized fire truck that I got in like Christmas of 2012. I destroyed it a couple, like 3 years ago, but yeah, I have him.